So let's talk about my favorite thing. And no, I'm not talking about that little trick that your mom does with her tongue. But my absolute favorite thing is when people accidentally out themselves without even realizing. And they out themselves as being like a pedophile or at the very least a super, super creepy person, right? So buckle your seatbelts because I found the mother lode today. So, if you don't know the Costco family, basically this family goes to various places and they rate things or give reviews on things and post them to TikTok. Now, it's not the only type of content they make, but it's like their main shtick, I guess. I just like the word shtick. Anyone else like the word shtick?
We're ordering one of everything at the Costco food court, and we're gonna give it a boom or a doom. Let's go. Let me get one of everything.
Everything on the menu is $39.45?
This is the chicken bake. You already know what this is. Boom!
So, from what I can tell, they're called the Costco family because it started off as the dad just going into Costco and saying things like, I'm a Costco guy. Of course, I'm going to buy 12,000 pounds of chicken for 10 bucks, right? And then eventually the kids got involved and the mom also, the whole family, and it became we're a Costco family. Of course, I'm going to shove a little blind kid in the aisle and take his 10-piece chicken nuggets for whatever. I'm just kidding. They didn't say that, but you get the gist of it, right? So, on the surface, this family makes nothing but wholesome content. They even have a series called Doom or Boom where they rate an item and they rate it on a scale, Doom or Boom. And through the research that I've done, I've never even seen them name an item as Doom. So, it's not like they're being directly harmful to businesses with their reviews, and on the surface, it's not like they're doing anything particularly wrong. Now, I've seen them on my social media a considerable amount, and it's usually the most heinous shit being spoken about them. It's either insults at the dad, insults at the whole family, but it's usually taken to a new level from anywhere between like this family's morally wrong. He's using his family for views. They're clearly held hostage. Whatever you can think of, right? So even Barstool Sports, if you don't know who they are, they're a news site. Typically cover sports, but not anymore. They really just cover like everything now. But this is what they had to say in an article on their website. I'm not opposed to them being thrown into an internment camp in Xinjiang, China. I probably said that wrong. Sue me, okay. Where they're forced to hand sew $5 Sheen dresses and aren't allowed within 50 miles of a cell phone for the rest of their lives. In a lot of ways, the world would be better off for it. I mean, is this type of content people are enjoying nowadays? Are we all okay with that? Someone has to take a stance somewhere. Actions have consequences, and when you're subjecting the world to such videos such as this, you have to expect that at some point your constitutional rights will be stripped away and you are shipped off to China against your will for good. So I'm sure you're wondering to yourself, what type of things were said in this video or done in this video that would make Barstool say things like this? Did like the family get together and buy a bunch of bubble gum for the homeless so they had something to chew but were still hungry at the end of the day? Did the dad write the N-word on the son's forehead while he was asleep and maybe the son went to school the next day and they didn't even tell him and then they recorded it and laughed at him for a video? What type of things were in this video that made Barstool say things like this?
Big AJ, what is that?
It's a double chunk chocolate cookie!
Big AJ, what is that?
It's a double chunk chocolate cookie!
So it's a pretty long video, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure you get the premise, right? Basically, they say this line and then they pan to other people and they just repeat the question, and they do this for like over a minute long, right? So to me, yes, it's a very cringe video, but at least from this video in particular, it does seem like they're aware of the fact that it's cringe and they're playing off of that, and that's the reason for why they're making it, right? So now I will admit I understand the dark humor that Barstool Sports is going for here in this article, but I get a little uneasy when it's innocent kids involved, and I know there's lots of things that you can say about the moralities of a family channel or family content in general on the internet, and while those are definitely valid because of lots of reasons, but basically kids can't consent to being on video technically, you never really know if they're being forced, and also most of the time the kids are never getting paid in these videos, and even right now there's not even really laws that particularly protect these kids from this content. And even still now they're trying to come up with bills or laws that protect kids and make it to where parents have to pay their kids a certain amount at least if they're in this content. I think something that was proposed was like 10% of all content or something. But even from what I was researching, even this law was very, very niche and didn't seem like the people that are in charge really understand how content goes in YouTube and ad revenue and sponsors and all that stuff, because the way they were talking about it, it seemed like only the channels that are on like PewDiePie's level would even stand a chance at even having these things covered. So we're very, very far away from kids being protected how they should be on the internet when it comes to family channels. And I could go on and on about how kids all the time are seen in very embarrassing ways as a kid and can get bullied from that, and it can lead to so much like harmful shit. Like even with the was it the Ace family, right? They have a video where their like toddler or whatever is literally naked in the video at the doctor's office, which is very embarrassing, especially when you're older or at school or whatever the case. It's very embarrassing. They also have a video where the dad is on the couch and he's talking about the fact that he's getting thicker. Yes, thicker, right? And then he slaps his daughter's ass and goes, "Oh god damn." Like very, very creepy, nasty shit, right? And I could go on and on about families like this all over YouTube, and it's very gross, and it could be a whole separate video, so I'm not going to deep dive into the moralities, but there is a justification for anyone saying that they have a problem with this family because of that. Okay, so let me get back to the Costco family. So the reason I'm making this video is this family the other day posted a video on TikTok similar to the content they always do, except this time as I'm scrolling Twitter, or let me say X before Elon Musk captures my entire family and sends them up into space on a rocket ship, right? So as I'm scrolling X, I'm seeing all these people talk about the fact that now the dad is using his underage daughter and exposing her for views, right? And
We're a Costco family. Here's a chicken bake. Let's go shopping.
We're a Costco family.
How many of these things are you gonna eat?
It's a double chunk chocolate cookie.
We're a Costco family. Of course we had to try out the new furniture.
Get your feet off of there! We're a Costco family. He's not the only one that can lift these tires.
We're a Costco family. Where the heck did this thing go?
We're a Costco family.
We already have enough TVs.
We're a Costco family.
These are good. Get me another one of these. We're a Costco family.
How much longer are we gonna stay in here? I'm freezing.
We're a Costco family.
You're still eating that chicken bake?
Of course.
We're a Costco family.
How do you throw these things?
Like this.
Boom!
We're a Costco family.
Do we really need to get 20 pounds of meat?
There's no such thing as too much meat. All meat.
We're a Costco family.
I can't believe it's almost Halloween. We're a Costco family.
Let's see how many squishmallows she could hold at one time. Boom!
We're a Costco family. Of course we had to try out the new office chair.
Hey, cut it out! These guys, cut it out!
Now I know why he likes this thing so much. This is good.
So if you're anything like me, you're a little bit confused and you don't really understand what the controversy is. And in fact, if you do think that way, you're the only one I want subscribed to this channel, okay? So let me post some screenshots and show you guys where the controversy is even coming from to help you try to understand. A lot of people in the replies make sense, but it's true. If you check the comments, almost all the comments are sexualizing the daughter, and they even like the comment sometimes. It's obvious they include her in more videos for her looks. I personally think that outfit is inappropriate. I personally think that you deserve your ass beat, and the files on your computer should maybe be checked by the police. That dad knows what he's doing, lol. What a fucker, lol. Guys, the problem is she's wearing skin tight clothes and they let her. Then they go and post their daughter in skin tight clothes on the internet for weirdos to see. In general, the video is not bad, but they can cover her up a little more. Stretchy and grippy confirmed. Pink 2. Now, from what I could tell, the channel originally started off with just the dad, and he was making financial videos and home advice videos for adults. Then he eventually got into reviews, and in December of 2022, his son eventually got involved in the reviews, but it wasn't even like a full involvement. He was really just kind of in the background, just kind of giving a thumbs up, you know.
I'm back at Charm City in Deerfield Beach.
And this is the big slot.
Double meat, medium rare.
You gotta get one of these.
And so it's one thing to be pissed off because you already are against the idea of kids being in the content in general. So maybe you were already mad that the son was in the content, and now that the daughter's in the content, you're now including that, oh, now he's also exposing the daughter to the internet and the world, right? So maybe that's your justification for you saying that, which still wouldn't be true because, like I said, she's been in it from the beginning. So now it's an entirely different and ignorant thing to, one, not only be wrong about when the daughter was introduced, but also be wrong and stating things like he's exposing his daughter's looks for views, specifically underage daughter. You know, you got to make sure to throw that in there because that's what they do. So let me cook you sad, pathetic losers real quick. So the only criticism you can have is based on the morality factor and your beliefs, whether or not you don't like family channels existing or kids being in family channels, right? Which is valid. Now, from what I can tell, it seems like the kids genuinely want to be in the videos, and it seems like it's just wholesome, cringy content that they're all in on, right? Even the very first video where both the kids are in the same video together, they literally seems as if like they brought that TikTok idea for that video up themselves and wanted to genuinely be involved, right? Like they wanted to have fun and be in videos. So to make the assumption that the dad is using them against their will or holding them at gunpoint or whatever is just kind of nasty when there's no evidence of that to begin with, right? It just looks like wholesome fun to me. So I could be wrong. Who knows? We don't really fucking know. You can assume whatever you want. Now, I will give my caveat to this and my gripes with this family and what I think is actually harmful to the kids in the content that they're making. But first, I want to say that if you're one of the ones making a claim that the dad is using his daughter for views, not only is that insane, but it's sexist and it blatantly sexualizes a minor for wearing clothes that you say are provocative that's actually considered appropriate for their age. So if you think this way, you might want to check yourself into a clinic or jail, because to see this video and the first thing that comes to your mind is that this kid is being sexualized and that her shirt is too tight or something. Have you seen kid clothes? I'm literally flabbergasted, and like it's just absolutely fucking disgusting. Now, to get into what I'm fully against with this family and what I think is actually very fucking gross, and I think the family should definitely do something about this, is I was going to include videos from their TikToks, but I didn't want to show their comments because it's really fucking disgusting. I don't know if people on TikTok are genuinely just weirdos because they think they're anonymous and won't get in trouble or whatever, so they just say insane shit just to say it. You also don't know if it's kids saying it or adults, but you can easily look at a lot of their profiles and see that they're adults. But they say really, really disgusting shit about the daughter. Very disgusting shit. Like deplorable, gross, degrading shit. So I was gonna include screenshots, but I'm sure you can easily go look at their page and go check it out and find the comments yourself. a lot of the videos that have the daughter in it are there. So I'm not really sure why, as a dad, you wouldn't at the very least turn comments completely off, because it just takes 2 seconds for the kids to be able to scroll and see these comments. And I can't imagine a 14-year-old girl, I think she's 14, doesn't matter. I couldn't imagine a young girl reading some of the comments that these guys are saying. It's actually disgusting fucking shit. So I think that directly can be very harmful. So no matter what you can say about this, you can say that the comments need to be removed from videos. They need to be off, because there's a lot of people that do support them, and there's just also a lot of fucking weirdos. And this isn't the only time I see people being weirdos like that purposely to underage people. It's just like some weird, corny, edgy thing that people do usually, besides the actual pedos, the actual fucking weirdos. And that genuinely is very fucking harmful to me, and I'm completely against. So that alone, I can definitely say I'm against. But besides that, I don't know. But yeah, man, that's basically all I had to say on this. I'm curious to your thoughts. Please leave a comment down below about any thoughts you have about this. And if you're new, I'd really appreciate it if you wanted to support me by subbing up and leaving a like. And until next time.